Good morning, everyone. I'm Anna at Jonestead Farm. It is Sunday. It is cold. The wind is blowing. It's been raining. Today, we've actually got a little bit of snow flurries going on. So we are going to go back in the house where it's nice and warm, and I'm going to make a quiche. It's probably only the third quiche I've ever made. So here we go. I'm going to start out showing you the ingredients that I'm going to use, and I am just going to use a store-bought pie crust. I had one of these left over from Christmas, so we're going to pull this out and use it. It is a 9-inch pie crust, ready-made. It's thawed out, and I will not bake it beforehand. I'm going to be using 6 eggs. Now these are eggs that are from our hens here on the farm. They are about 10 months old, so they are still laying, and I got a lot of eggs. These are probably, I'm going to say maybe about medium size. They're not large. I am going to add vegetables to mine. So I have green pepper, red pepper, and some onion left over from the potato soup that we made last night. These are frozen. These green peppers came from our garden. I will put these in a pan all together, and I will cook these. That will help get rid of some of the liquid that's in your vegetables, because that may make your quiche a little bit soggy if you don't get rid of some of the liquid. I am going to be using 3 different cheeses, and you can use a combination of whatever cheeses that you like, that you think are going to go best with whatever ingredients that you want to use in your quiche. Today I have some Swiss that's left over. I'm going to use that up. I will be chopping this up a little bit. Here is some smoked pepper jack. I will be adding that to it. I will shred this, and then I have some shredded cheddar. For the meat, I am going to be using some sliced ham. I will be taking this out of the package, and I will be trimming a lot of that off of it. So that is what I'm getting ready to do now. We will set our oven at 375. And 1 cup of heavy cream, or you can use just regular milk, to go in with the eggs. So since I'm using frozen vegetables and a fresh onion, I'm going to cut those up first, and I'm just going to chop them up the way that I like them and get them going in the skillet first so that they can cook down and get rid of some of that liquid. Now these were frozen when I pulled them out, so I put them in a strainer and ran them under some cold water to get them apart. And now I'm going to chop these finely. I did squeeze them a little bit to get some of that liquid out, and now I'm going to chop these the way I like them. I like stuff, I don't like big chunks. I like to mince my stuff, or just small pieces, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, this is chopped up perfectly fine for me. When it cooks, it's going to be a little bit smaller anyway. So now I'm going to add this to the onion in the pan and get this cooking. All right, peppers and onions are in my cast iron skillet with a little bit of butter, and we are going to cook these down. I am going to be trimming a lot of the fat off of this ham, and then I'm going to chop these up. All right, now I'm going to check and see if this is going to be enough meat to cover the bottom of my pie pan. I think it definitely will be. I want to just spread it out evenly. That looks pretty good to me. Just want to make sure that everybody gets bites of meat when they get a slice. Now I'm going to crack my eggs and add them to the bowl. I'm going to stick with 5 eggs at the moment, just because I know once I add my heavy cream to this and start pouring it into my pie shell, it's not a deep dish pie shell. I don't want it to run over. So I'm going to start with just 5 eggs right now. Got the eggs whipped. Now I am going to add my cup of heavy cream. And I will whip this really good. You can use a hand mixer if you'd like to, but you do want to get this whipped good. So as you can see, this is real frothy. It's ready to go. I'm going to set it to the side while I get the rest of the stuff assembled for this quiche. So here is the Swiss. I'm just going to cut it into strips and just lay it across. Here are the vegetables. They are nice and cooked down. Everything looks like it has a little bit of a char to it, which is going to be really nice. So here is the crust, and we're getting ready to add the vegetables to the crust. So for my seasonings, I'm going to season this before I put the cheese on it. I'm going to be using Redmond's real salt. So in this seasoned salt, everything is organic. So it's got the ancient sea salt, the organic garlic, onion, coriander, mustard, celery seed, black pepper, paprika, turmeric, and parsley. And I think that is going to be a really nice flavor addition on top of these peppers and ham. I'm going to add some of my shredded cheddar. I cubed up that little block of smoked pepper jack, and I'm going to add that to it. I made them small, a small cube. I think this is going to be nice, add that smoky flavor to it. Now I'm going to lay out some of these Swiss strips that I cut up. And I think that will be fine. I think I'm going to add just a few more of the Swiss on top. There we go. I like that better. Now I'm going to start adding my egg mixture. And because I do not have a deep dish pie crust, I'm going to take it slow and easy and make sure I don't overfill this. You want to add your egg and cream mixture last, over top of everything. All right, so we're pretty full right there. I have a little bit extra, and that's okay. I will put it in a bag and freeze it for another recipe. So now we are going to put this in the oven at 375 for 40 minutes. I'll keep check on it and make sure that the egg mixture, as it starts to puff up and cook, when it gets good and golden brown, and you need to make sure that your center is cooked too, then I'll remove it. Okay guys, I just pulled the quiche out of the oven. The top is golden brown. It's still bubbling. The crust is cooked. And I am going to shake it. It's not wiggling at all in the center. So that is a really good sign. I'm going to let this cool and then we will cut a piece to eat for breakfast. Here is our finished quiche. As you can tell, as it cooled, it has gone down a little bit. Still pretty warm, but I can touch it a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and cut this and see what we have. Oh yeah. Crunchy on top. It's cooked all the way through. Turn it a little bit. All right. There we go. Still steaming. Everything is cooked. Looks really nice. I'm going to plate this and let my husband have his breakfast. Yay! But this was pretty easy to make. And this is a really good way to use up extra eggs that you have. So thanks guys for joining me here on Jonestead Farm.